I thought my babysitter was possessed, but she was having a stroke. I can't quite remember what exact age I was, but I remember being in 3rd or 4th grade when this happened. My grandma had to go to the ER because she was suffering from a stroke. What a coincidence. And usually I would be left alone at home with my older sister, but she was in a school field trip for a few days, so I'd pretty much be completely alone if my mom didn't hire a babysitter. So there I was, playing video games on my dad's laptop. It was around 9:10 p.m.-ish, and my babysitter told me to go to sleep, but I refused. She then advised me to brush my hair because it was messy, but I was too busy in my games to hear her words, and so she started brushing my hair for me. A few brushes in, she suddenly stopped. I was confused, so I turned around to check on her, and it looked as if her hands were cramped. They were pretty much stiff, and her mouth was stuck open. I could see her eyes widening, and I panicked. She still managed to make sounds, but not proper words. This is what made me think she was possessed. I sat there for 5 whole minutes saying all the prayers I knew from the top of my head. I was so panicked that I forgot how to even say some of them, and eventually I forgot how to say all of them. At this point, I had no idea what to do. My cousin was still in the house, and she was just running around cluelessly. My only choice was to call the neighbors for help. I ran to the house in front of ours and knocked helplessly, hoping for an answer. After a few knocks, my neighbor finally answered. I cried to her for help, saying my babysitter was possessed. She looked doubtful at first, but she woke up her son, and they headed to our house to check on my babysitter. When they opened the door, they saw my babysitter sitting, unable to move. She was trying to form words and sentences, but it just sounded like gibberish. Thankfully, my neighbor was a doctor who realized what was going on. They called my parents and an ambulance. My babysitter was immediately rushed to the hospital.